Yo, street breeze.
Hello. Hello, everybody. It's time for a spa day. Alright, looks like everything's working. So, today, Group 4, Spa. 1 tire, 10 laps. This track is hard because of Eau Rouge and Radion. I think Radion and Eau Rouge doesn't matter. Eau Rouge is really, really difficult. It's essentially a 2 or 3 story climb in about a couple of seconds. And you do it flat too, which makes it difficult. So I'm going to show you guys around the track before we get started, and in a couple minutes they'll put me into my lobby. So this is the very last corner right here. It's called the bus stop chicane, and it is a bus stop. It is basically a stop sign. And what's weird is that the lap actually starts right here, right at the beginning of the straight. So getting a good exit out of the bus stop is incredibly important, even though it's going to feel really bad when you're doing it because you're just going so slow. Here it is. And we made it through. That corner is very difficult to do correctly every time. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of penalties. During the race, I probably won't take that flat, because it's just not going to be worth it, and when the tires start to go, that's going to be really difficult to keep the car on the track. So it's definitely like a qualifying only type of line. This section is fun. I'm bad at it, but basically I'm going to brake right after the 50, turn the car in, and you immediately start slowly getting on the gas. Oh no. That was pretty entertaining. What happened there was that I got onto the outside curb, my rear tire touched the paint, and I was still accelerating, and accelerating in paint don't work. Whoa. That was weird. Are we back? I think we're back. My new camera setup is very hack. Ugh. Nope, I had to lift there. Yeah, the other part about qualifying that's going to be difficult is going to be getting the right track position, because you pretty much need all of the track space. You can't have anybody in your way, because that will compromise your line really badly, especially through the bus stop chicane and Eau Rouge. Probably don't have to hit the brakes there. As you guys can see right above my head, I was able to get a decent time. I think if I practiced more yesterday, I could probably get this down to a 2:29, but I don't know if that's in the cards for today. I think we're gonna have to try to get either a low 2:30 like that one over there, or we're probably just gonna hope for any 2:30. So this corner, you gas out really early, hit that bollard, and then we're on the last stretch before the bus stop. So right here, come all the way out, start to turn in. Sometimes I feel the need to lift, sometimes I don't. I kind of just feel that one out. It's not a huge lap time gain, but it's big enough that I think it's gonna matter. So that's a 32. Let's see if we can get that down. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I went away for a second, but I'm back now. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Oh, I'm so bad at this section. I need to tell myself to get on the power. So there's that left-hander with a couple of bollards. I need to tell myself to just get on the gas quicker, because that's definitely what you're supposed to do. Terrible. But this isn't qualifying, so. Let's see if I can actually get this to go flat. Nope. Need to swing out just that little bit wider. So you need to cut the first curb on the bus stop, but not the second, because you basically want to sacrifice your entrance to get a better exit. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. That corner's hard. Oh, and they knew what they were doing, because we're on the hard compound for the entire race. So, this is a very fast, grippy track. So they knew exactly what they were doing when they were like, alright, we're going to put Spa up next. They wanted slippy. Thankfully they didn't do it in rainy conditions, because sometimes online racing can be a bumper fest. I can't imagine what online racing in the wet is like. Alright, come on. Come on. I want to do it. No! Nope, I didn't go wide. Alright. Trying to see if I recognize any of these names. No, it doesn't look like it. So the way that this is going to work, same as it usually does with these, is you have warm-up, 10-minute qualifier. Basically that means you go around the track, try to get the fastest lap that you can. It's FIA rules, so what that means is that if you're on a flying lap, when the 10 minutes goes up, you get to finish that lap. If you have the fastest lap, you start in the front. If you have the worst lap, you start in the back. 10 laps after that, so 10-lap race. They do have tire wear on, and they do have fuel consumption on. I haven't tested it, but my guess is because it's only the one compound and it's the hard compound, you're probably going to pit for fuel, but not for tires. But I don't know. It might be both. Oh my god, was that the Umbrella Corps? What? Oh no. No, for a fact, they cheat. I also don't know how much time pit lane loses you, but presumably it's more than most tracks because of the slow start up to Eau Rouge. So recently, it's been confirmed that Assetto Corsa Competizione on the consoles is only going to run at 30 FPS, which is kind of disturbing in that, like, how is that even possible nowadays, especially on the Pro console and the One X? Like, how are you not able to hit that? But at the same time, it looks amazing. So I'll probably either make a video on it or I'll stream it at some point. All right, we have the Great Pit Exodus. Now we wait. We sit and we wait. We take a drink of water. Because I need water. Okay, I'm probably going to wait for them to get around to the back stretch, probably, before I make my way out there. It's 2 minutes and 30, so I should probably go soon if I want at least 3 laps. But I'm going to try to build a gap in front of me to make sure that I can actually get some laps in. Kind of by myself. We'll see. I think that if it's possible, like if you were big braining it, you could probably think like, oh, I need a tow down these long stretches, and you could probably gain about half a second because the slipstream in this game is pretty good. By the way, what I just did, that's probably how I'm going to be taking Radion. Eau Rouge in Radion. Which, because of that meme, I actually don't know which one's which anymore. Slow outlap. Slow controlled outlap. No penalties. No craziness. Just trying to get a gap in front of us. Let this Mustang go. Because I don't need that. So far, the stream seems to be holding up really well, which is good because I increased the bit rate just by a little bit, just to make it a little bit more readable. All right, I'm gonna let this guy go. All right. Let's see what we can do. My goal is going to be a 2-minute 30. If we can hit that, I'll be happy. A little late on the apex there, but wasn't too terrible. Alright, let's get this line right. Little lift in there, but I think it's legal. Just a little tiny lift. Oh, that was scary. Feel the rear end wanting to just run away from me. There we go. So far, so good. the bollard. Okay. One more difficult corner to go, and then we get to the bus stop. Let's see what we can do. I'm just gonna play it safe. Oh no, really slow, really slow. Oh, we can do so much better than that. Ooh, baby, that was so good. Okay. Calm down. Does turn one. We have a lot more turns to go. Oh, and we're doing it. Good turn one. Eau Rouge flat. Now we just have to keep it clean for the rest of the lap. Oh, yes. Come on, come on, come on. That was slow, but hopefully it's not going to cost us too much. Kept it off the paint. That was slow. We are no longer purple, which is frustrating. But we're gonna get one more. Oh, I didn't believe in it. I maybe should have, but I didn't. Okay. It is in me. Possibly. We'll see. Oh man, if it finishes like this. Oh, I have to lift, I have to lift. Oh, that was a terrible Eau Rouge. I think it's over. We're going to continue the lap anyway, but I think it's over at this point. All of the time that I gained on those guys was in the first sector. Alright, I got greedy. Dang it. Alright. Well. Hopefully, nobody pulls anything out of their butt. Hopefully. And right now we are second. Hopefully we stay that way, but third's really close. But, I mean, we're not even a tenth away from first place. Oh, no. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Oh no. Well, we'll have to see what we can do coming out of turn 1 and going up that front straight. Man, it is so close up top. There it is though, Sleep Terror, fastest lap with that 2:30. So good on him. Alright, now we watch in terror and hope nobody crosses the line faster. How are we doing, guys? If you're watching, thanks. Feel free to leave a like or chat in chat. I'm open to talk about basically anything. I know a lot of people in sim racing right now are going crazy over the fact that Project Cars 3 just looks like a Need for Speed game, but speaking of, I think the new Need for Speed game got announced, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? And it's being developed by Criterion, guys who did Burnout and the Most Wanted remake, so excited about that. Oh man. 231.5, 231.6, 231.6, 231.7, 231.7, 231.9, and then a 232. Second to seventh is like a couple tenths. All right, so 10 laps, fuel consumption on, tire wear on. Things to note, there's only one tire type, so you just get the hard compound. I haven't tested how long it'll last. Hopefully it lasts long enough. So how are we doing with video quality? Hopefully the webcam is actually working. La 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 la. This is so silly. Especially if you're doing multiple races in a day, you get to watch this multiple times a day. It's amazing. I'm rocking. Sorry. Oh, here we go. I did the thing. With my ladies. With my buttons. Ziggy Stardust, oh my god. His livery is great though. Okay. It's go time. Hopefully, because we're in the top 3, we don't have to go through the bus stop. Because I did that in practice, and it was terrible. Holy, what the heck? That's kind of funny. I didn't even know they had that. It's cool though. A little slow to get on the gas for me, but alright. This is for all the marbles right here. Oh yeah. That's why we lift in the race. Because we don't want to get that full second coming up on the next lap when that yellow oh, I was looking at chat. Ooh. Alright, we get the recovery race now. I was looking at chat. Because Meme said I sounded like a whale. Alright, I'm still here, buddy. I'm still here, buddy. I'm still here, buddy. Oh, I'm still there, buddy. There we go. Alright. Let's see what we can manage to get back. I have a feeling it shouldn't be too hard with all the penalties, but considering we just gave ourselves probably the biggest penalty. We'll see what happens. So from 3rd into 8th on lap 1. If you're gonna spin out, it's the best place to do it. So many people are gonna make so many mistakes as this race goes on. So don't worry about it. Oh yeah, we're all in it to win it over here. This Ferrari behind me is very keen. So if you have a penalty when it's your next lap, you go through those yellow chevrons and it slows you down for whatever your penalty is. So they're usually between a half second and I've seen up to 3 seconds for a single penalty. And they will stack. So if you get multiple penalties in a single lap, that's where you get the like, oh, I've been slowed down for a full 5 seconds, and at that point the race is probably over. So I'm trying to be really careful not to scrub too much of the tires too early, because I have a feeling that you might only need to pit for fuel and that you might not have to pit for tires. And if you can do that, you'll probably save time. We're also going to be pitting quite early because of our spin to try and undercut the guys ahead. The Mercedes is so slow in a straight line. I don't know why, but it doesn't go. Okay, I was a little worried about the wheel spin, but we made it. Uh-oh, catching up to David Bowie. Oh no! Well, this just got weird. Oh shit. Oh, I'm so much faster than all of them. Oh, 3 wide! Oh my god. Come back here, David. Mr. Bowie. Sir. That was terrifying. Yeah, don't hit me, please. Alright. I don't care how slow I am, Mr. Honda, you're gonna have to go the other way. Alright, that was a pretty good move. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty slick. Okay. It's time to get Pedro. 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 What do we got? Oh no. Are we really gonna do this? Idiot. Okay. Serves him right. Oh, what a wacky race. Well, this doesn't seem to be going very well, but I'm not exactly super confident in the guys ahead to not go anywhere. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to catch them. It's just going to be a case of, like, how dumb are they going to be, basically? But also, from the way they're driving, they're definitely going to be spending a lot more tire. They're going to be using them a lot more than I am. So, like I said, I don't actually know if you need to pit. This might be a sprint race, in which case I'm racing completely wrong. But if it's not a sprint race, and there is a pit stop, which is totally possible. Okay. See. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Coming up this next lap. I would like to get back up to 5th. That would feel nice. But we're gonna have to be driving pretty much on the limit until we get there, so let's give it a try. God, this thing is so slow in a straight line. Go through Eau Rouge good. It's just the turning bit? This bit? Not so good. Yeah. Mr. Bowie. We meet again. It's terrible. I'm trying not to turn in too much because I'll scrub tires off, but I wonder if it's necessary in that corner. It probably is. Even if I get a good exit, bump kiss on these straightaways. Pitting. Oh my god, this is the longest pit lane. What happened? It's a 20-second pit lane, holy shit. Alright. I think it might be a sprint race. That may have been a huge mistake. Oh man. What a poor performance on my part today. That's okay though. Usually I run practice races with the AI to understand, you know, how to actually race. But I didn't know that I was going to be doing this today. because I thought on the schedule it says that this is the top 16 race. So I thought that meant only the top 16 get to race in it. I did not know that they let other people race. Oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. I'm gonna have to turn the fan on in between races. Oh. Well, now we know, don't pit. The more you know. Don't pit and don't spin. Words to live by. Gotta give me room. Oh, I'm so glad that it wasn't dumb and gave me a penalty for me literally just going on the racing line. I actually think the way that the penalty system works is they check like a ideal racing line and they see who's like, I guess, closer to it. And my guess is that whoever's closer to it won't, if they determine who gets penalties, whether or not they're on the racing line. So if two people hit and one of them was on the racing line and the other one wasn't, they'll probably say like, yeah, the guy who's on the racing line won't get the penalty if there was one to be handed out. So, happy about that. Not happy about the rest of this race, but happy about that. Doesn't matter though, because he's going to gain so much speed. Alright, so, things to learn for the next race, which is in about an hour. So I'll probably do some more qualifying practice, or I might do race practice. But things to learn from the next race is, one, it's a sprint race, so there's no pit stops. And then two, to give less room in these inside sections because people are just going crazy. This guy's having a good time. It is always weird to me how much bumping you're allowed to get away with in this game. It's something I'm still not used to. Especially in the Group 4 cars. In the Group 3 cars you can get away with less. Because obviously they're a little bit more aero dependent than these things. Alright, so the fastest lap was a 2:31.8. Let's try to beat that. Let's try to end with fastest lap. Obviously it's not going to be this lap because I have the penalty from my Rouge. Which, to be honest, only one Eau Rouge penalty out of 10 laps. I'm going to be okay with that. But I'm definitely going to have to do another race to get me points, which is fine. I wonder if I can catch him. No. Oh man, these tires just suck. It's been really frustrating because the Group 3 races have been really fun because they give you pit stops, but the Group 4 races, both of them I've done so far, have just been hard tire sprint races, which is less fun, but probably need to brake later and turn in earlier on that corner. Alright. Let's do it. 2:31.8. That's the time to beat. Alright, let's go. Fastest lap. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, tires are definitely starting to go. No penalty? Nice. Oh my gosh. Is that the third time I've done that? That's terrible. I think it's because I'm watching the guys ahead and they don't turn in at the right spot. but I'm carrying way more speed, so I need to turn in earlier, but I turn in when they turn in. So that's kind of frustrating, but that's okay. This was the warm-up race. I was planning on doing 2 races today, but unless the first one went super well, so because like I said, I usually do quite a lot of practice before these things, and I did not. That's okay though. Oh man. Terrible. Oh, what? It's Ghost. No! It's Ghost 413. Oh! That would have been karma for me if he finished in front of me. That would have been such a worthy win. I don't care. Yeah, give it to me. It won't make a difference. I think. I don't know. I don't know if it actually stays a second penalty if you cross the finish line with it. I assume it does. Alright, so what time is it? 7:57, so it's almost 8. And I believe the second race starts at 9. Oh my god, my car is destroyed. Oh. Sorry about that. Trying to figure out how I could get that to go away on my phone, but I can't. Alright, let's see how long we have till the next race. Hour and 30 minutes. So let's run some practice races. I am going to turn the fan on for these. Because doing this with no AC is a good time. Alright, let's do some practice that I did not do beforehand. Yeah, it is a slower car for the track, but it's the Mercedes team, so. And I have the time. I just need to, where did I start? I think I started third. It's 3 and 4, right? Let me check. Let me check the schedule. Also, if you can't type in chat, it might be because you're not logged into YouTube, or it might be because you aren't like old enough. All right. Let me just check the schedule here so I actually get the right settings. Okay, yeah, 4 times tire wear, 3 times fuel consumption. That's right. All right. It's time to run the practice races. Theoretically, I should be doing qualifying times of 30, and I should be doing race times of 31 or 32. But man, those tires, when they fall off, they are not fun. Oh, this is weird. This one starts you really far back. Yeah, I think the other problem that I had during the race was giving people too much room. Mostly because I'm worried that they're just going to hit me and send me flying off the road to my death. But if I act like that all the time, I'm never going to be able to fight for any positions. So... the one thing I've learned about the multiplayer races in this game is that people do not back out. Backing out is not a thing. I usually back out because I don't want to die. But also the AI is really slow. I think the AI, and I have it on the hardest setting, which is the professional setting. But the AI is probably the slowest thing ever. Yeah, this was the corner that always gets me, no matter which version of Spa that I'm driving. It's the corner right after that long straight, because the fast way to take it is not the same way you would take a lot of corners like that. So for the most part, what you would do is you would brake less and then kind of just let the car slide in. But because you're going so fast, you actually still have to brake pretty hard in order to make that work. So... also, I'm still learning how to read, talk, and race all at the same time, so I think if we can do a similar qualifying next time, but just be more consistent and less open, be a bit more defensive. Because the first spin was definitely not unrecoverable, and after the 3 wide onto the straight after Eau Rouge, it was, I was in a good position, but I didn't... A lot of people were doing dumb things, and I moved out of the way rather than getting hit, but then they ended up being fine, so... I should be a bit more, I guess I should just be a bit more defensive. So, I think the way it works is as long as you have 2 wheels on the curb, you're good. If you get all 4 wheels off of that curb, Oh yeah, I need to be turning in so much earlier. Makes that corner so much better. I'm very excited to see how Assetto Corsa Competizione and Gran Turismo Sport differ, especially because I've been driving a lot of the Group 3 cars, the Group 3 Mercedes recently. So when I get it, it'll pretty much be like, okay, what's different, what's the same? Because I've heard it a lot online that, you know, GT Sport is not as much of a simulator as other games, but then I look at the fact that the FIA uses Gran Turismo Sport as like their official esport, and the, you know, feeling of the cars, and it just, I don't know, it's hard for me to believe that, but I do know that this feels different from something like R Factor 2, which feels extremely different, and a lot of people claim that to be like the best simulator. Mostly by virtue of the fact that R Factor 2 is one of the only simulators that I've ever heard of that is actually used to train GT drivers. But GT has its own problem, or R Factor 2 has its own problems. I have heard recently, oh, I need to turn in so much earlier, that some people are getting kind of sick of the GT3, but I love GT3. I am one of those people that's like, as long as the game has GT3, I'm kind of good. Because GT3 as a sim racing format makes so much sense, because it's the only format that still lets you drive circuits like this, but then you also get to be like, okay, well, I'm going to drive the Lamborghini, I'm going to drive the Mercedes-Benz, I'm going to drive the Ferrari. Like, there's so many viable options that you get when you're driving in GT3. After this practice race, I am going to probably take about an hour break, and then I'll come back for the next race. Come on. Come on. Oof, scary. Oh, that was a terrible idea. Don't do that. It's actually better to be on the power a little bit there than it is to coast. It turns in more, doesn't go out as wide, which is kind of unintuitive, but I think it's probably because it's downhill. So you're pushing the car downhill rather than letting it fall downhill, if that makes any sense. You need to make the car fall faster. That would definitely give me a penalty. So far, we are 5 laps in and our tires are still fine. And we have more than half of our fuel left, so... That corner is tricky. I don't... Alright, let's go for it. No. No. I almost feel like you need a lap 1 to 5 line and you need a lap 5 to 10 line. Because these hard tires, I mean, they go away just a little bit and they already feel like crap. Like, they still go, but not very well. I do think that the hard compound tires in this game are a little much. like they feel like the worst tire. They aren't just the worst tire. Like you drive them and you feel like you're driving the worst tire. There we go. I had to lift. It's okay. Yeah, I just need to be on the brakes longer, turn in sooner, and that will fix my problems with that corner. That's not how you do that section. I don't know what that was. Oh, so happy to see that those couple of frames we dropped at the beginning seems to have been it. That's really nice. yeah, like Interlagos last time, this is definitely a track that feels better to drive. In faster cars. And the slower cars, it's definitely more difficult for sure. Ignore that. Just wipe it away. It didn't happen. You didn't see it, I didn't do it. Alright, we got 2 more laps and then I'm going to take a little bit of a break. And then when we come back, we will get started on race 2. Start with some qualifying practice. Man, turn 1 feels so good when you get it right. Hey, Splagnet. Nice. Glad you could join us. And yeah, these are actually karting gloves that I bought specifically so that I could use them for sim racing and going to the track at Gateway or the Mike Jansen track. Shall not be named. The Raceway. So we actually just did our first race a couple minutes ago. So right now we're just doing a little practice run with some AI. And then I'm going to take a break for a couple of minutes. And then when I come back, we'll get ready for the second race. But trust me, you did not miss much. That first race was not good. Basically what happened was I qualified pretty good, qualified third. I made a mistake, not up here, but in a second, and I spun. Now that wasn't too bad. What was bad was that I then proceeded to let everyone pass me. Because I thought they were doing insane shit, but they really weren't. So, I'll be able to tell you in just a second here. As soon as I finish this race, I'll be able to tell you, Swagnet. That's where all of the marbles are going to be made. Yeah, I can't wait until I get an actual camera set up so that I have pedal cam and wheel cam. Then you'll be able to see my shoes. Man, if you're driving correctly and not fighting people, the tires actually don't go away too much. The fronts get a little bit worse because you gotta have to scrub them here and in Eau Rouge, but it's kind of it. Alright, let's see how long we got. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, there have been a lot of art pieces that have been done, like huge art pieces. The one in DC was kind of crazy. Oh my god. Oh, no, are you kidding? That's so stupid. Like, I could see them being like, hey, we need to get it off the road, like, but that's amazing. I like the warring tribes there. So we've got 55 minutes until race 2 starts. So I'm gonna probably take about like a 30-40 minute break, and then I'll come back. So alright, well, have fun on your rune. I'll see you in about 30-40 minutes.